They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 53 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Rosen off the play action. Airing this one out for Evans. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
15.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
12.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. He's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll be a Redskin first down as Smith hits Crowder. Smith on first down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger one, grab that play and just finish him off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, Smith. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
Geis with a carry on second down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On third down, that's Thompson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And now it's Rosen looking. Complete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Over! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Watch you now, boy!
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. Looking downfield for Godwin. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw on second down. Smith. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. He's got room to run past the 20. And all the way up to the 21-yard line. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Out to the left here to Reed. And now running right through it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Hey,
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Let's go. Let's go, 15.
On first down, Smith. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Let's go. Let's go, 15.
Now Smith looking to throw on second down. And he drops this off to Townsend, complete. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
Let's go. Let's go, 15. Liz.
A shotgun snap for Smith. He finds Quick. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. 23 yards on the play. From the red zone now, Smith. He's got Thompson here, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. To the air again, Smith. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Alex Smith with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He gets away from 1. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Play action here with Rosen. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended the last drive. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Let's go. Let's go, 15.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. On first down, it's Smith. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air, Smith on second down. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Third and long, it's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A huge play there for Washington. 49 yards.
Let's go, 15.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
1st and goal, Kelly. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
35.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's James. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And he'll get that out to Ronald Jones, the rookie. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Rosen. Complete. He finds Braid. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Leopard! Leopard! Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
They go play action here on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Detroit!
On 3rd down, Rosen. A dump underneath to Jones. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here comes Johnson on the return. So out now come the Redskins. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Hey, on. Double. 5. You got 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Tiger. Hey, let's roll.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
Hey, let's roll. 15.
3rd and 2, Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Leopard!
On 2nd down, Rosen finds his man, lets it over the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The result of 1st down is a quick slant gets him 14.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
After the interception, here's Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, spinning away. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Got his man over the middle. This is quick. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. He got 29 yards that time. Smith now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Smith on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out.
Now the ball comes loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And Blake has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And that one results in 35 yards. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And Blake, the tight end's got it.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On play action, Rosen. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Here's Rosen to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on Rip.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. That goes for a gain of 31.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Rosen. Buying time to his left. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs.
Let's go, 15. Let's go, yellow. Hey, let's settle in. Hey, let's go, yellow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves.
But Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he finds the tight end, Reed. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Cressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And they can't bring him down. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Rosen again on 2nd and 10. He sets to fire deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And this one will be brought back to the 22. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Throwing now, Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Smith. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doxson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone,
he can't avoid the pressure. Red Redskins get there. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Rosen will throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Check the backer, check the backer. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Washington, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week.